Beneath the idyllic facade of Ohio's rolling hills and picturesque landscapes, a sinister reality festers. Prepare to be unnerved as we venture into the heart of darkness, where seemingly charming small towns harbor chilling secrets and unspeakable horrors. From unsolved murders that haunt the community to unexplained phenomena that defy logic, these towns conceal a chilling underbelly that will leave you questioning the very nature of evil.
Newbury Airplane Boneyard. In Newbury, Ohio, resident Walter Saplata hosted a collection of military aircrafts from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Though often
there are, around the world, hundreds of UFO sightings every year.
UFO sightings in the Red Gate area near Deer Lodge has been a hotspot for UFOs and the paranormal, including one Deer Lodge resident who captured something very strange on a trail camera recently.
Deep in the wilds of Montana's Red Gate Forest, Hunter Donald Bromley's camera caught something chilling. A strange, gray creature with a Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Look, if you're a fan of the cool, the weird, the strange, the ugly, well, you found your home. We got an amazing video for you out here today, man. Let's go ahead and smash that like button. Let's get this thing to like 20,000 likes. I know we can do it. But look, man, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 60% of the people that watch the channel already subscribe. But look, let's hop into this video. And make sure you're going out here doing your own damn research. Don't be believing everything that you see in these videos. Make sure that you look these things up. If you're going through a tough time in this life, just know that you're not going through it by yourself. When this thing called life together, strive together, let's vibe together. Let's get it.
If you're a Christian, you're definitely going to want to watch this. This is Nikos, and he...
Have you heard the craziest conspiracy theory about Ellen DeGeneres that is so dark, especially after what they found in her house?
What did Will Smith really mean to tell us?
Yo, we out here on vacation in the Bahamas.
Hey guys, I'm back with another one. I hope you guys the snacks ready and you're ready to check these out.
Have you heard the craziest conspiracy theory about Ellen DeGeneres that is so dark, especially after what they found in her house? As you know, Ellen has been described as an evil and devilish person to work with at The Ellen Show. Staff would describe their experience working with her as being ran by intimidation, fear, bullying, allegations.
So these were times the camera was on hand at the right moment. Let's check it out.
You may have seen this video circulating online for weeks. What it shows these dozens of sheep walking clockwise in a nearly perfect circle on a farm in Magnolia.
New at 10, a strange sighting in Backwood Hill Country tonight. This creature was caught on camera at a Northside neighborhood.
And I look to the right and I'm just like, what is that?
There is consistently something incredibly unbelievable occurring in the surroundings that often goes unnoticed.
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about #1 prescribed Entyvio, offering 2 maintenance options, including
Captured on camera. Here are some instances of the unimaginable where a camera was present at the right moment. The sea view is always amazing, whether it's the sight of the sky or the appearance of incredible sea creatures. But have you ever seen a guy walking on the water's surface? Look how perfectly he's walking, just as if he does it every day, and it's completely normal. Strangely, he's also dragging some sort of stuff behind him. How did he acquire such a superpower? It's one of those few mysteries that's yet to be uncovered.
Shadow, what up, bro?
Flying girl. In 2012, a man was out in the woods along with his dog. Suddenly, his pet ran away in the bushes like he sensed some trouble. The man tried to bring his pet back by constantly stating his name.
Tarzan. Tarzan is gonna come here.
But after a while, he got concerned too and started looking around. As he was recording the venture, he saw a little girl flying in the air. She seemed weird, as if possessed by a demon. Her mother was also standing by and did not seem bothered. As soon as the man approached, the girl immediately returned to the original position. The duo immediately ran away, as if they were hiding something.
That was his wife and kid. Dude, I believe that was his wife and kid, for real.
This one would be the weirdest battle you'll ever see.
This video might need to be titled "Trick of the Camera." Like what?
One banded crate against a keelback, both fighting for domination, but clearly it's not an equal fight. Banded crates are one of the most venomous species in the world. Although keelbacks can put up a good fight, winning against such an opponent isn't the easiest thing. In fact, the keelback has lost already. The crate is demonstrating something similar to a Croc's signature roll. It's locking the keelback, forcing it to stay still in a loop, and coming back to nibble on the poor creature. Backward falls. In 2023, the drone camera over Utah unveiled a shocking and rare phenomenon. The water seemed to be flowing backward on the cliff, making it look as if gravity doesn't
Wind
exist
hitting
at
that
all.
mud
It
right
seems
there.
like a natural fountain. Well, it's
I don't
much
care
more.
how many times I see that, it'll never not be cool with me. Like that is just, I don't know. I could like sit there. No, I don't want to go there, by the way, because it's just the location of it terrifies me. But I could watch a video on that. If that was just like one of those videos you find on YouTube where it's like an hour long of footage, like those meditation videos or different type of videos they have, and they just show that, I could sit and watch that for hours. I don't know why. It just seems calming, soothing, and relaxing.
I could watch waterfalls for
Well,
hours,
mesmerizing
for real,
the
for real.
man-made ones, that's for sure. It may be assumed that the reason behind this
Like,
is
bro,
such high
I could sit
class
at a
science.
waterfall
The answer
all
is
day.
pretty simple.
Tell me it wouldn't be raw to have a house built by a waterfall.
So, no chance of being a
Like, all you
scientist
hear
this
is the
time.
waterfalling
In
all
some
day.
places,
It's
like
just
in
too
Australia
relaxing.
and
Everyday,
Oahu,
peaceful
the reverse
time.
waterfalls exist naturally. The reason behind is pretty simple, which is high pressure and, of course, heavy wind. Defying gravity. You know, they say that laws of physics do not apply to cats. Well, they should probably add these goats to the list too. These little cutie patooties are climbing up the walls like a pro. They didn't even trip for a bit.
Man, what the heck? Bruh.
You may be thinking, how are these goats crossing up the wall?
But they do that
Answer's
on
obvious.
mountains.
To get to the other side, of course. Reindeer ritual. In 2021, a drone camera captured a spectacular moment of a reindeer herd encircling. It wasn't just one herd, but as the camera went further away, another herd nearby could be observed. The ritual of the reindeer indeed looks phenomenal, but wait till you get to hear the actual reason behind it.
Because of that movie they heard. They made that movie where that girl was talking to people how to round cows up. She had like
To protect
autism or
themselves
something.
from any potential threat, they're moving in a circle. Due to this specific movement, the predator will not be able to capture a single animal.
They getting smarter, man. Animals
Like,
evolving.
the ground view doesn't do it justice. Like you need the aerial view to really understand the
Man,
magnitude of the
everything
environments
evolving.
that they go to protect
Tejas, what up, bruh?
Aerial view really
Hey,
shows
look,
you the
everything
fluid
evolving,
view
man.
of
Humans
what they
evolving too.
actually
You
built.
can't tell
Like
me
this
humans
is
ain't
fine.
evolving, man. We got some people that's waking up, and
It's crazy.
that's
These sheep
some
are
people
just
waking
going
up, man, and
round
some
and
people
round. But why exactly?
seeing the shit that's
Isn't this
going
place
on.
good enough? I mean, there's grass, high mountains, and a wide open space.
You know, I'm about to go down
It's
some
not the
rabbit
only
holes,
thing
bro.
you need. There's one more thing, and that would be defense. You see, in the open area, coyotes, wolves, and eagles are usually the biggest enemies of sheep. So the sheep here are probably thinking to protect themselves due to the threat of some predator. Here is another magician trying to surprise the onlookers by his gravity-defying skills. From floating off the roof and flying midair to descending back to the ground.
Man, he on a crane.
This man is perfect at his job. People have different speculations over it. Some
Man,
say
y'all
he
know
might
he
use
on the
some
crane.
illusion tricks, while others claimed he must have been aided by
Shit, the
some
day
sort of
over with.
invisible force. Even though it's just a trick, still, the magician deserves praise for this well-managed stunt.
Look, I knew he was on the crane, bro. They always on the crane.
You might have seen people climbing a pole.
Hey, I
This guy
seen the
here
people
decided
doing
to
that.
Walk on the pole. Yeah, you heard it right. A video posted 3 years back shows a man trying to defy the laws of physics by walking vertically on a roadside pole. Aided by his few friends, he perfectly glued his bare feet on the slippery surface and reached the top to untie his hanging shoes.
No. What? Oh my gosh.
Well, if this one is not an optical illusion, I'd like to meet these guys to learn these magic skills.
No.
Man, y'all know that. We know that wasn't real. Come on
In
now.
2020, a woman named Christy was on her boat when she saw a moose walking across the water.
Bruh, how's a
It
moose
wasn't
walking
swimming,
across the water?
walking. Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
How did this
Man,
animal acquire
You
such
can't even
amazing
explain
strength?
that. That's
It's almost
unexplainable,
impossible
especially when the
to
boat
show
right
such
there.
unusual behavior. As some things are too good to be true, there's the probability that the water was actually quite shallow. But why would the boat be there on
Right,
shore?
how the boat go across
How
it,
is
bro?
the boat coming
How
together
is the
like
boat
that
going
without
across
straightening
if it was
itself
shallow?
up and
Man, that
tearing
don't
up?
make no sense right there.
Like,
That right
they
there.
seem like they're going at a speed to which they got a motor on the back. So how is that motor not tearing up? Like, make this
Bruh,
make sense to me.
that-
I'm pretty sure there's a logical explanation as to why this is
No,
happening.
ain't no logical
Why this moose is able
explanation.
to do this? Somebody help me understand. I don't get
A
it.
water van. Well, possibly it was a flat-bottomed boat, and those boats can swim even on shallow waters.
Oh, okay.
Well, that makes
See?
sense.
Birdception.
Damn, it made a big shape of a big bird.
Starlings make specific shapes around the
Hey, I
area
like them
to
kind of
make sure
birds, man. I
species
like seeing them all
take
stick
footage.
together. That stuff be looking
That hard
majestic.
work paid off, as they were able to record the mesmerizing scene. The sight was so dazzling that the photo taken during this time made it to the first page of the Irish Times, one of the most read local newspapers. The exact reason for the flocking behavior of these birds is not well known, but scientists assume that the group of a few birds follow the behavior of others, and the chain starts until all the birds keep copying each other's behavior. They probably do so to safeguard their flocks.
That's beautiful, though.
Visual play. The more you look at it, the weirder it becomes. What is it actually?
What
A
the
giant
heck is
slug
that,
crawling?
bruh?
A huge tree?
Bro, what is that?
A tube man sneaking its way across the road. Seriously, what is this? This is, in reality, a case of confusing perspective. Actually, a truck carrying a wind turbine blade. The truck is moving toward the cameraman, so the camera's angle makes it seem like the wind turbine is flailing around in the air. Here's a clearer visual. Now that we know what it is, it doesn't really make it any better, does it?
That still look like a damn dinosaur.
Gravity skipper. Look how perfectly this guy is skipping ropes, or should I say, skipping gravity. This was recorded last year when a young man decided to perform in front of pedestrians. He began to jump rope on his skateboard, but All of them were stunned when he started to gradually lift while jumping the rope and remained suspended several meters above the ground.
Man, his videos is tripped out, man.
Push me up, okay? 1, 2, 3. How could he have managed to stay for so long? A real magic trick or just an illusion? What do you guys think of it?
It's definitely an illusion. It's something he's doing, but I just haven't figured it out yet. What I thought
Man, I think they got a crane.
And
I think that whole pole right there is just a crane disguised to look like a street pole.
They just have to reveal what they did. That's all. But yeah, this definitely an illusion.
The magic carpet. Well, this is a whole new world. And
That's a
Aladdin has
hoverboard.
come to life, and he's traveling on his own magic carpet. In 2021, this young man in Dubai had a special idea for a Halloween costume. He was using the foil board as a carpet, but the way it was decorated surely does look like flying. Everyone on the road was amazed by this Disney prince coming to life. This Aladdin has no limits. He even reached the ocean for an amazing adventure.
I'm cool. I ain't gotta do all no shit like that. I'm cool. I don't want to do
This
too much.
pine tree. As the tree was being taken down, some heavy chemical release was observed. It looks like the tree was trying to defend itself.
That's the
Some
pollen.
people on the site also said that it seemed like some kind of an explosion had occurred.
Yeah.
That was not the case at all. Well, say hello to allergies, as the thing you're seeing dispersed in the sky here is pollen. It's a way for
I
plants
knew
to
it was pollen.
reproduce. Plants release them in the air so that it can reach a suitable place for growth. This plant here may have been let down, but its progeny will stay on the earth for quite a while.
I ain't riding one of them things. I can't even get on the hoverboard. My brother can get on the hoverboard and ride that mug all cool. And he got a video on him on Instagram where he rolling the blunt, riding around on the hoverboard. I will bust my ass, break my hands, have to go to the hospital.
Progeny will stay on the earth for quite a while. Wakeboarding bird. This bird right here is having the time of its life. No worries, no troubles. Just moving through the sea without any concerns. Look at those jumps. I mean, it does not even need a board for wakeboarding. Just got the legs to do the job. So indeed, right here we have one talented bird. Airplane illusion. A video recorded in 2023 by a flight passenger shows another plane that was not moving at all. Well, it makes sense for the plane to appear from the ground, but these two crafts may most likely have similar speeds. So why do they look like statues? Well, the thing you're observing is actually called the parallax effect. Due to the difference in the positions of the aircraft,
Man, they keep coming up with names for all of this shit that's happening in the world, bruh.
It's moving at a much higher speed. Well, physics is
Sun reached the speed of 30 miles. Yeah, forget them hoverboards, bro. What do ever happen to just a regular old scooter, man, with the rubber tires, you know what I'm saying, and the brakes and stuff on it, the back brake and the front brake, and it had the big ass skateboard on some bars or something like them kind of scooters. Them scooters was fun, man. You used to be able to jump off the curb with them scooters and everything.
Performing a ritual. They are all actually the same species, known as koi fish. The reason for this unusual act is their mood swings. If someone gets anxious, they start walking continuously. And similarly, these koi fish do not like the change in the way normal things go. If their surroundings get changed, then they feel anxious and start moving in a circle. This behavior is also exhibited when they sense any enemies nearby, or the presence of poison in the water. Sheep traffic.
Dang, bro, look at that.
Imagine you're in a hurry to reach your office, but then you get interrupted by someone unusual blocking your way. Isn't that bizarre?
Dude, I ain't like them razors, man. When they brought out those skeeters with those skinny tires, I was always too fat to get on one of them daggone scooters with the skinny tires on there, man.
I need to be recording this for my insurance company because I know they scraping up the vehicle.
Or was trapped by a flock of circling sheep. He thought that the sheep would go away after a while, but the animals were unstoppable. Thanks to the bus
Is that even covered by your insurance?
driver who stopped the sheep in their tracks. and pin them on one side of the road.
I would have just had to run over them sheep, bruh.
Laser chase. A guy was having fun with his pet by pointing a laser, but was not expecting this. This cat, while chasing the light, suddenly climbed up the wall like a reptile. This animal might have considered this light its food and decided to hunt it. Soon, in the love of food, this feline forgot that gravity exists. Stuck bird.
Wow.
Falcons are considered to be highly intelligent birds due to their flying speed and hunting abilities. But sometimes, even the best of the best can be found in tricky situations, just like this one. It looks like the bird is
Nah, that's a glitch in the Matrix, fam, right there. Explain
Nah,
that.
man, it's
That's
stuck in
the
like
glitch.
a
He
wire or
wants to fly
something.
freely and is in great shock. You might think the falcon is in trouble, and this is exactly what it wants you to think. This is actually the sneaky trick of the bird, to observe the situation properly before capturing its prey. Less movement means more prey would be attracted. Isn't that smart? Ant versus giant. These two tiny ants have picked up
Man,
the
bruh, look at these little ants trying to carry a cockroach, bruh.
Look at the audacity of the ants. They're not even a bit scared to carry such large living creatures.
Bruh, they trying to drag the roach back to the boat. Man, I ain't never seen nothing like that, man.
Whatever it is, it's a true example of unity and strength. Turkeys go round. Graveyards are a place of solace, but you're not even allowed to have a private moment with your loved ones when you see these birds having some sort of a ritual nearby. As cemeteries may have some hidden, unknown threats, it's no surprise to see these birds circling. Or maybe they're just trying to resurrect a soul.
In the kitchen, getting some meat together, look out the window and the turkey.
I know that has some type of meaning interpretation to it. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure somebody has the answer, man. What does this mean, them running around a headstone like that? What does that signify? What does that signal? What does that mean? Tell me. Is this bothering me that I don't know? But it has to possibly mean something, though.
Playing Ring Around the Rosies.
Well, it sounds eerie, but in reality, it's just the way of turkeys to support each other. These birds like to stay close to one another to locate food easily and protect each other from harmful situations. Octomoose. In Norse mythology, Sleipnir is an 8-legged horse-like creature that can reach anywhere in just a few seconds. And although no one believes in its existence anymore, this
Man, what
was
the
on
heck
video
is going
since
on,
otherwise.
bruh?
This was spotted
There gotta be
months
two moose
ago
walking right
when
beside each
an
other.
8-legged moose sauntered into the woods, and initially was believed to be suffering from some sort of mutation, but has never been seen since. This makes us wonder, are Norse creatures more than just a myth? What if they're wandering around, hiding close by? Stuffed bird. Is it a weird, mutated bird?
Bro, what happened to this bird?
Nature often comes out with such oddities, so we can't rule that out. It looks like some sort of a weird bird-like parasite that infested its way onto the back of this black-winged stilt's body. Well, in reality, it's a baby chick. Most winged stilts scoop up their babies like this to keep them warm and protect them against predators. I suppose in a way it is a parasite, but one you love.
What the heck?
Kangaroo
Glad he gave us the full video, because some people would have just cut the video off and that's all you would have got, and it'll let me scratch my head. But I'm glad he let the video play out so we can see. Now it looks normal now.
Ive. In 2019, this kangaroo was found stranded on the side of the river by a family.
What's that kangaroo doing? She's got to go for a swim.
At first, they wanted to help him because they thought that the poor kangaroo was alone. But that was not the case. It was a smart one. He just jumped into the sea and started hopping to the other side.
That is... How's it what? It's a swimming kangaroo.
I just saw something come out the water right there, though.
Congratulations, guys.
Look, ain't no gator out there.
After a gravity-defying moose, we finally found a gravity-defying kangaroo.
That's ridiculous.
It's swimming with
Ants army.
Bro, he ended that video
These
quick.
ants showing a peculiar circular motion will surely amaze you at first sight. Now, you may think that these arthropods are on a march to collect food or trying to communicate with each other, but unfortunately, that's not the case. They are unable to retrieve the location of their colony and have lost signals with other community members. You see, ants interact with each other by releasing chemicals. Sometimes the ants are not able to sense these chemicals due to some injury or infection. When this happens, the ants just give up and start moving in a circle. Unfortunately, they would lose their energy by doing so and will eventually have their last moment.
That's crazy. They just gonna sacrifice themselves.
Antarctica is a great place of startling discoveries. A scientist named Richard Sighting shot one of these mesmerizing clips in this region. In the sea, peculiar circular waves were observed. Upon a closer
Dang,
look,
is all your phones lagging?
swimming and
Or just yours, say hi?
This may be one of the spectacular and rare scenes to be caught on camera. These whales were actually trying to hunt by creating air bubbles to disorient their prey. When the prey comes closer to these bubbles, they remain trapped in them, and later they are consumed by the whales. In short, this sight is mesmerizing for everyone except their prey. Frozen mystery.
I ain't even got my other phone, but I'm watching it on my laptop though.
That it's a witch flying in the air with her broom. But if you look closely, you can see that it's a crow frozen in time. Still a shocking glimpse. Though, I mean, how is the crow able to stay in the air? If we inspect the surroundings, then we can probably assume that it may have been stuck in the string of the crane. The good news is that a resident came out to help the poor bird. The crow was finally freed as he flipped his way out to the sky.
Another glitch in the Matrix right there. You've witnessed two.
I don't think there was no glitch in the making. You can tell it's on the wire the way it's flinging like that.
That's human. This girl hovering in the sky looks like a superhero about to take flight.
Not with a letter right
You
there.
probably think that it's a girl with special powers. But wait.
It's a dummy.
I can see the string in between the two pillars right
And
there.
I can see the hands. The hands too
Right.
long.
And here you kind of see the string. What are they talking about?
You notice anything else? There are skulls nearby. Although it looks like some sort of ritual, we did our research and found this young lady was a prop used for Halloween decorations inspired by a TV character. The character Max Mayfield from the TV series Stranger Things. It still looks amazing how the homeowners were able to decorate their houses flawlessly. I mean, at first glance, it does look pretty real. Levitating man. In 2015, pedestrians in Germany were thrilled to see a performer showcasing his live trick on the road. This man was hanging in mid-air with only his one hand touching the
He's standing on the wire.
baffling the crowd for
I
some
bet
time.
he's standing on the wire, y'all.
Explain the magic behind the illusion. Although he looked like a weightless person floating several meters above the ground, in reality, his body was supported by an instrument specifically designed for this act. Well, huge respect for the performer for not only showing free tricks, but also staying true to the audience. Remote craft. Forget about boating. There's a new game in town, and it's a car driving in the sea. In 2020, a man decided to create a new world record by driving a vehicle on the sea's surface. The car traveled a distance of about 0.95 miles. Before almost completing the trip, the car fell into the ocean. But don't worry, guys. He was not sitting inside it, as it was remote controlled.
I don't care. The fact that he was able to make it go that far is impressive, bro. I want one. Where can I get that at? I'm going to the lake tomorrow if I can get that.
Luckily, the owner immediately grabbed it, preventing any damage to the vehicle. Mountain
I see
decline.
the two of the floaties he's got on there. It's helping it as well.
It, preventing any damage to the vehicle.
3. I see 3 now.
Mountain decline. Mountain climbing is considered to be an exceptional skill, but there should be an award for mountain decline. You probably have never heard of that before. Neither did we, but here we are. This young man is climbing down the mountain like the rules of physics don't apply to him. He's going down like an expert with such a high speed without any trouble. He probably never
That's
tripped
pretty fire, though. I've never seen anybody do that.
I ain't never seen nobody do that either.
Seriously.
a single day in his life. Well,
All right, go
there's
ahead.
no limits or rules for displaying your talent. Duck-clad. While driving through his daily routine, a man got interrupted due to the visit of the duck family. And it wasn't just one or a few. There were lots and lots of them. Ducks do not seem to take a break and keep going over and over. The circle march was probably initiated by one of the clumsy ducks that started to move around. As other ducks did not feel like using their own imagination, they just started to follow the leader, and the facade began. I guess that's just the way ducks are. Mischievous, yet cute. Alpine battle. These goats are climbing up the cliff like it's no big deal. Well, they're not actually your usual goats, but alpine ibex. They have a special split hoof and rubber-like sole that makes them able to walk on slanting mountainsides. But you're probably thinking, why would they even want to climb the mountain in the first place?
Some things are so insane, they defy explanation.
Dang!
Even the impossible becomes undeniable. 1. Kid rescuers versus fire. These two boys, aged 12 and 13, were going about their day on their bikes.
Is alive. Okay. You're depressed about your mother, but she is alive. Okay.
My baby.
This video is bonkers. A weatherman was giving a report on live TV when suddenly America's tallest building is struck by lightning.
Let me check that out. Look at the clearing sky across the Hudson. Oh, wow.
If you thought that was crazy, check out this lightning bolt, which everyone is saying is like Marge Simpson. Can you see why? Even atheists cannot believe their eyes when they saw what happened to this false teacher in the middle of his sermon. If you've ever seen this guy,
What is a glitch in the Matrix?
I don't think I can show them type of videos.
What if what you thought you knew about God was wrong? What if, deep down, you're not just a normal person? You're God. There is a secret truth that was...
I wish I could watch this book with y'all, but I'll probably get copyrighted and they'll get ready to shut this channel down.
In fact, many people are afraid to forgive because they equate that with letting down their boundaries one more time and giving other person the power to hurt them again. The Bible is clear about two principles. One, we always need to forgive, but two, we don't always achieve reconciliation. Forgiveness
My big
is
bro,
something that
Antonio
we do in
Neal,
our hearts. We release
Scripture
someone
Radio
from debt
official.
they owe us, that they owe us. We write off the person's debt and she no longer owes us.
That's my second time watching that video.
This guy, let's call him Principal, because he's a middle school principal. And Principal loves to smash. He smashes with his wife, he smashes with his multiple girlfriends on the side. He's a busy guy. But one day, one of his side chicks delivers some devastating news to him. She pulls him aside and she tells him she's pregnant. And Principal, he pretends he's all happy. He's like, yay, you're pregnant. He is devastated. He can't have a kid with his side chick. His wife and his other girlfriends are going to be so upset.
That's why I love Ray Williams Johnson, bruh. He commentates that stuff so funny, bruh. It's so funny. Nah, that is so funny. I wish I could watch this video.
Videos from all over the internet that are going to make us question reality. I'm going to try to make this one a lengthy video. I pray that this is probably my longest video ever uploaded on YouTube. But you guys, join the Discord. The link is in the description down below. Thank you, Mike, for the video.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go.
Rockets don't have brakes. It literally stopped. All of that angular momentum from the rotation of the rocket.
Have y'all ever seen the Go Fast video? Shadow, you ever seen the Go Fast rocket? Bro, the Go Fast rocket is this rocket that these people shot up into the air and it stopped. And it got way up in the sky and just stopped. Let me see. I'm gonna check this out. Hopefully, because of her seeing videos, it'll be like, what's the name?
Sanitize. Lysol can.
Videos from all over the internet that are going to make us question reality. I'm going to try to make this one a lengthy video. I pray that this is probably my longest video ever uploaded on YouTube. But you guys, join the Discord. The link is in the description down below. Thank you, Mike, for the video.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go.
Rockets don't have brakes.
It's because the Bible real.
All of that.
They realizing that the Bible is real.
Rocket and linear momentum from flying up just stopped. No, it happened with this.
It's a long flight, all going back, and the wall shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the sea. Oh, Simpson just broke his dreams reality wide open.
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
Why do you think that Truman has never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now?
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented.
It's a $400 million photo. Planet Fitness lost more than $400 million in just 5 days. Here's why. A lady walked into the women's locker room where she noticed a 12-year-old girl with a towel wrapped around her, and she looked really afraid. This man was grooming himself at the mirror sink. So the woman who took this photo asked the man to leave. The man responded that he identified as a woman. And then the
He
woman
should have got
said,
punched in
"No,
his
you're
face.
The man wouldn't leave, and Planet Fitness
He
kicked
should
off
have
the
got
woman who took the picture.
punched in his
Canceled her
face.
membership. Well, word got around how that woman was treated. People all around the United States started canceling their memberships to Planet Fitness. This is not okay. Making children uncomfortable is not okay. Now
Facts.
share this with everyone.
The 10-second rule. Check this out. Here is how Bitcoin and Ethereum get destroyed. In the European Union, they're going to mandate a maximum 10-second rule. If your crypto don't move that fast, then oops, bye-bye birdie. Now, who's involved in this? Well, we got Qatar Bank, Ripple partner, Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank, Ripple partner. We see down here NPCI Payments of India, Ripple partner. Are you seeing a pattern? Oh, the clearinghouse, Ripple partner. Here's your evidence right here. Ripple and Qatar National Bank partnerships. Bank of Abu Dhabi with Ripple. Google-backed Ripple in talks with the Indian bank right there.
So Ripple's a
number
problem.
one bank, HDFC, number one bank in India. India's largest private bank is a Ripple partner. There you go.
The only one that thinks Usher looks a bit off.
No, he looks
And
off.
it's not the black fingernail polish, and it's not the rose dripping red droplets from its petals. It's, you look quite serious, but not just that. You have an interesting set. You have an interesting choice of jewelry. Usher, bedazzled yourself in it. And I love The blood red gemstone underneath, though.
How did you get?
Now, how he get that part of his ear pierced?
None of you are
How did he
informed
get that part of his ear pierced, bro? That's
what's going
weird.
on with Usher and Diddy and Bieber. Watch Jaguar Wright's interviews. They're very informative. But where have I seen this before? Oh, that's right. That's right. I think the Pope has one as well as many others, and it's quite interesting. Who all owns one or was gifted one? You know what I mean? And I'm starting to feel as if I'm coming down with that new disease, that new disorder where you can see demons and people, because I see nothing there but darkness.
Dude, how is his eyes that
Your
dark?
empires are crumbling around you. The world is finding out, and you won't be worshipped for much longer.
That did not look like Usher in
That,
that picture.
bruh,
And I
a
forgot
demon
what the
got in
rose
him.
symbolizes. If you guys remember, we had reacted to a couple videos back where they said something about the people holding red roses and what they mean. It's the fact that we just react to that and then we see him holding the
Hold
red
on a
rose.
second. I'll be right back, bro.
No coincidence.
Simpsons recently predicted 3 major events that have already happened in 2024. First, they foresaw the Balenciaga show, followed by the Baltimore Bridge collapse. The third prediction is really scary, so make sure to watch until the end to keep your family safe. First, they predicted the Balenciaga show. You can see Sherry and Terry wearing black dresses identical to those in the actual Balenciaga show, and there are Kim Kardashian and Kanye West costumes. We can't forget that Homer and Marge Simpson wore the exact same outfits in the show as they did in the series. Is it a coincidence? Nobody knows. The second prediction is really spooky. It's about the Baltimore Bridge collapse. On March 26th, 2024, at 1:28 a.m., the Baltimore Bridge collapsed after the container ship Dolly struck one of its piers. This event also occurred in an episode of The Simpsons where the city's bridge collapses with the same details. Is it a coincidence? Nobody knows. For the last predictions, comment with part 2 for the craziest episode.
The craziest stories I know about the United States testing chemicals on its citizens happen in St. Louis, Missouri. Y'all know about the arch, you've seen it before, sure, whatever. I bet what you didn't know were black people were living where the arch stands now. This was the start of urban renewal. This was when white people, after burning down every black city and forcing black people to live under their rule, decided to further break up black communities by building highways or infrastructure projects through their neighborhood. So in St. Louis, they bulldozed the houses of these black people to build the arch. And then they moved the black people into these projects that are called the Pruitt-Igoe Project. And then the United States military sprayed radioactive chemicals on the poorest of people in these projects.
Why?
They gassed these black people that they put into projects to build a monument for what? Arches have been a symbol of victory for millennia. Who were the Europeans in North America victorious over? What's the difference between the arch and a Confederate monument?
That arch looks like half the McDonald's logo to me. You know how the McDonald's... Hold on, I'm not tripping. Hold on. Y'all want to tell me the arch don't look like that?
Now you literally cannot be an artist, you cannot be a musician who signed to a record label without being a witch. And that is because of the initiations you'll be forced to go through. There are definite initiations, there's rituals that they go through, there's humiliation rituals that they go through, and you see a guy putting on a dress, he's been through the humiliation ritual. What he's telling you is that behind the scenes, he did an act to be initiated. When I see young Kenyan guys here copying, like, you don't know what these people went through to go through that ritual. You don't know why they're wearing a dress, but they're just copying over here because they want likes and comments. And they want more followers. They want people to talk about them, but they don't understand that over there it's a mafia.
Lab-grown meat is now banned in Florida. I wonder why.
Fake lab-grown meat elsewhere. We're not doing that in the state of Florida.
That's the message behind the bill Governor DeSantis signed Wednesday. It takes aim at meat grown by scientists in a lab, making it a crime to manufacture or sell cultivated meat in Florida.
What they want to say is this is the same as raising cattle and doing it naturally, then there's no reason that you have this industry. So it is designed to represent a threat to agriculture as we know it.
And supporters say the new law offers protections to Florida's cattle industry.
It's never been more important than today to protect Florida's farmers and ranchers, and that's what this legislation does.
But opponents say concerns about lab-grown meat are overblown. Federal regulators have already said some products are safe and ready to eat after receiving FDA approval last year, a point made by cultivated meat industry members during the legislative session.
Cultivated meat is safe, period. We make our chicken with a safe process in a safe environment, and USDA inspectors are on site during operations at all times, from beginning to end.
Others have argued this law threatens the free market and is too short-sighted.
So, I like honey barbecue, you like honey barbecue. I like football, I think you like football. We're like the brothers we never had.
No, I have a brother.
But does he have time for you?
I guess he doesn't.
Yeah, because I feel like he'd be here if he did.
You can never dream too big. I've always had the confidence in myself before anybody else.
Nutrition shake, completely filled with trash. #1 doctor recommended brand, only in this country would that be. It's really important to disregard the size. Always go for the ingredients. Vanilla, natural and artificial flavor. There is no vanilla in here. Just corn syrup, canola oil, soy protein, garbage, disgusting. All these vitamins and minerals in here are synthetic, and they're basically BS. Chat live with a registered dietitian about nutrition. Why? So they can feed me more lies? I'm tired of companies like this promoting products that seem healthy, but they're not. As a meal replacement, when there is no replacement for real food. If you want complete nutrition, eat real foods. So I'm sure you should stay away from Ensure. Follow the channel for more food shopping tips.
Y'all ready? Let's talk about it. If Satan can talk angels out of heaven, he can talk you into hell. Be mindful of the voices you listen to. Or as we would call it, these intrusive thoughts.
Man.
You're gonna understand that a lot of these thoughts that you think is your thoughts is really not your thoughts. Everybody has angels and demons that they was assigned to since birth. Where do you think they got the idea of this from? Ultimately, you make the decision of whether you want to follow God and listen to the angels that's been assigned to you, or you decide to listen to these demonic forces that come as your thoughts, these intrusive thoughts. And when you start to have thoughts like, oh, I can steal, will nobody know? Lustful thoughts, gluttful thoughts, thoughts of wrath and anger, any other low vibrational demonic thoughts, know that it is not you. And when you start to hear it, it's time to start praying. And the more that you pray, these thoughts get quieter. The more of the story game is be mindful of the voices you listen to. Let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments.
We've been getting a lot of videos about this. When I hear something over and over and over, it is like confirmation for me. So I just want to make sure that I'm listening to what I need to listen to. I want to make sure that I'm watching what I need to watch. If I'm watching something that's not benefiting me, benefiting the growth, benefiting like spiritual wisdom and maturity, it's most likely going to get cut. This is about the fifth video that we watched that has something about be careful what you listen to. I'm going to take heed to that. I am. Y'all should too. By the way, all Alexandria's videos. I haven't forgot about nobody's shout out. I'm just letting y'all know.
Do you still think Chicago is called the Windy City because it's a windy city? Oh, that's cute. Well, if you don't want Chicago ruined for you, like I ruined New York, I wouldn't keep watching. Let's first do a quick recap of who the Statue of Liberty actually is and why you see Chicago is no different.
I see exactly what he's talking about. I just want to know, where did we come up with the thought process of the fruit that was bitten of from Eve was an apple? Why do we have that fruit stuck in our minds when the Bible didn't say that at all? It never even specified the fruit. But if we're going to stick with it being an apple, I understand how the people took that and ran with it. So as you can see, Lucifer, Statue of Liberty, she bit of the fruit, which was what they call the apple. This state or city is known as the Big Apple. I'm saying I see the comparison, but I'm just letting you know it wasn't an apple. They never specified in the Bible what fruit it was. It could be a mango. I'm joking, but I'm just saying they never specified what fruit she partaken in. And then if you want to think of it spiritually it means something else. But anyway, carry on.
I mean, we got the hoot owl. Isn't that what the owl is?
Well, yeah, that's.
No. Oh, no?
What the hell just happened to my video? Why did it mute? No, my volume ain't down. That's our video.
You should know.
Probably not. Probably you want to mess with it.
Okay.
I'm done here.
All right. Thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it. That's it. What happened? You know anything about the Bohemian Grove?
Yeah, lots about the Bohemian Grove.
Would you like to share? Is there some
Where's the
darkness to
Bohemian
it?
Grove located?
Hit the road.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't really get up.
Like what state?
Take it in. You seen any crazy things?
So y'all want to go to Bohemian Grove? Let's go to Bohemian Grove.
Naughty goes up there. It's let things go free and let loose.
Well, luckily, I found a nearby crystal store with a lady who claimed to have folded George Bush's underwear when they came to town. Anything about the Bohemian Grove?
Too much.
Too much? What do you know?
I have actually folded laundry for the Bohemian Grove before when I needed to, so all of their laundry is processed through the laundromat that is around the corner. So I folded George Bush's sheets, for heaven's sakes. You will start to see a lot of helicopters flying in directly to the property. Bill Clinton's been there, George Bush has been there. It has been rumored that the next president is always decided there before it occurs, but that is a rumor. I've literally had Grover's, some dude forgot his credit card and handed me his Grove card as collateral.
What does that thing do?
Grove ID.
And before the Grove happens, you watch a bunch of limos with high-end hookers come in. They're not allowed to bring women back to the facility, but the boys will stay off campus there. The other things that happen is they hit up all of the locals on where they can get drugs every effing year. There was a gentleman who was blessed to serve
I'm about to go up there to weigh in.
for about 6 years. He actually lived on the Grove year-round. You have to be exceptionally rich. You have to be like vetted in through family. And I believe he spent his dying years there. He was actually one of the really nice dudes. He would come into Maine 3 times a week for dinner and drinks. It matters not what you have in life, it is how you treat others. So he was one of those that treated the janitor and the CEO with the same dignity and respect.
Love what she was saying. Love what she bought it. But we don't do the crystals unless it's high sauce. Don't let that boy go over your head. We don't do the crystals unless it's hot sauce. Somebody put me on an album.
LeBron James, what's going on with you, bro? Someone sent me a DM with some very interesting photos and some very interesting articles on LeBron. Now, we all know LeBron does a few things, sometimes before he starts the game, he throws some red hand signs, does some gestures, makes some maneuvers, blows in his hand, throws it. I'll show you a clip. Hold on.
No, we know what you're talking about. We know this, y'all. We've seen this before. This whole ritual that he does in every single game.
Actually, probably don't mean that.
Now, it's funny is to do all this and then you still lose.
Right. Do all this stuff and still lose the game.
If these weird sort of hand movements and gestures have anything to do with this.
Bruh.
That's AI.
I don't know, guys. The dots are kind of connecting a little bit. He might be involved in something a little strange. You know what I'm saying? But I want to hear from you guys.
This dude holding a little bitty doll.
Has taken the oath of
A prince.
you know what?
So here I am in Oregon, working on some windows for that house. But seen at the end of the cul-de-sac, these gates down here. Dang it, we got a bunch of dogs. Look at that gate. Okay. So I was working at a house up the road a little bit when I looked down this direction and I seen these pyramids, mini pyramids, and then this gate.
That is a nice gate.
17700.
He gave out the address.
What is this? Where does this go? More little mini pyramids.
Somebody just built it, bro. What do you think is alien?
Holy moly, do you guys see that?
Okay, I'm just trying to see if they can you get in to the gate through this? Because this looks like a tree. Hold on, I just want to see if the gate. Look, it looks like you could just hop the fence.
We do not call 911. I am just I don't know what the
No,
film about
it's
this
private
place.
property and it's
But dude,
24/7.
guys, look
Alright.
here.
I wouldn't do that if I were y'all.
Can you see that statue? I am so creeped out by this place.
You gonna get out?
He said Oregon, right?
Like the movie. Get out.
Oregon. What are you guys on?
What is that?
Look like a pharaoh or something.
Wow. I'm gonna have to look this place up. Huh. Sheesh, what a cool.
Cool.
People live here.
Excuse me.
Wow.
So I'm sure we all see this reflection on our phones or cameras when we face it at the sun. All right. So this video was 5 years ago. My buddy, did when he launched a weather balloon up in the stratosphere. This weekend I went to go visit him because he was going to do it again. He said so. He told me to come through. So I came through, and look what we got when we got back the camera. Look at the sun. You remember the sun, right? That last clip, how it looked? Look at it now. Check this bad boy out. What are those? All around that sun, right? I would show you guys the reflection because you guys are probably going to be like, oh, it's a reflection from the lens. Yeah, shut up. But check this out. Hear me out. All right, I think it's coming up. Where did I, mark it where I can see it? Damn. Oh, and it's in slow motion because the weather balloon was going crazy spinning. It was mad windy. So right here, this is a reflection. All right, that's the reflection. Right here, it looks like it's attached, literally attached to the sun. Like, talk about blocking the sun. That looks legit like it's blocking the sun. Am I right or wrong?
These are still Alexandria's videos. I'm letting y'all know. She went in.
I need you to watch this video and then I'm going to explain what's going on.
No.
Man, did they get my dang on amp?
But that's what we do.
I catch footballs.
People believe that this is part of Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is basically this huge conspiracy theory that
Everybody know what Project Bluebeam is.
an alien invasion.
We've been hearing about it since 2012.
To create a second coming. Basically, they're going to scare us into a new world order. They want a totalitarian world government. This is the dude that brought this whole thing to attention. He was a Canadian investigative journalist that basically found out that NASA and the government were doing this together. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. This video is probably going to get flagged and probably taken down. But with all these supposed UFO sightings, not even this. It's just a little fishy. This is a really creepy video. These men are in a cave when they come across a jinn. Basically, it's an invisible spirit often said to be evil. What they're doing is trying to seal it in this hole. Check it out.
Why are they just dropping a lot? I'm confused with what they're doing. What is that salt?
I need you all to watch this terrifying video and then I'll explain.
I don't know about that. about that video either. That seemed a little bit too real.
A form of demon that has been known to possess
See, this is why I need my girl Cassandra in here so she can explain what that was to me.
Water
Cassandra.
sounded and looked like it actually hit something before falling to the ground. So even though we couldn't see it, we could hear it, and you could see that the water physically hit it. That's just wild to me. Follow me for more spooky content.
Somebody in the comment section said, who the heck thinks, oh shoot, there's a ghost. Let me go get a pot, put some water in it, turn on the stove, wait for the stove to heat, boil it, walk outside, and throw it on.
We should just be
ghost.
taking notes. If a ghost get in your house, throw some hot water on it. Obviously, they can feel hot
I
water.
don't think like that. So I'm asking this question because maybe some of y'all think like that. I just have to know the thought process.
People are convinced that the government is going to fake an alien invasion. Check out this video and then I'll explain.
Yeah.
So what's creepy is that there have been a number of UFO sightings lately. Here comes Project Bluebeam. Basically, an investigative journalist discovered that the government alongside NASA was going to use a bunch of tools and AI to fake an alien invasion. And like a second coming and like scare everyone, and then they're going to swoop in, save the day, so everyone's like, oh my god, the government, we should totally trust them. They want to do this to form like one unity, like one government. They want absolute control of everyone. What do you guys think, though, in the comments below? More on this in my next video.
Just like I said,
Funny thing about it,
if they do that again, man,
Sebi and CMOS,
bro.
I traveled with Dr. Sebi for the last couple of years of his life. He always talked about conscious Christmas. He never talked about the CMOS we have in
Hey, look,
He said CMOS is good, but
I'm gonna tell you this. Damn it, fucking
this
that.
with honey,
But
it's something special, right? Come on. I was walking bone on bone for years. The doctors in New York told me cartilage couldn't grow back. Dr. Sebi saw me walking around
Anyway.
doing Usha. Everybody
Bro.
else just thought I was just trying to be cool, walking with a bob. My leg was hurting.
they gonna fool everybody with these fake UFOs.
Get along or something like that.
Then they gonna make it like the government said that once they get that one world order, God gonna destroy everything all over again. Cause what they trying to do is get the whole planet as one and try Babylon all over, where everybody building this tower to the sky to try to get up out of here. And next thing you know, we getting destroyed all over again.
I'm boiling again. I'm boiling again.
You made sure to say that twice. The body really truly does heal and get back to kind of how you got it, in other words. So I know it's like word curses spoken on you through doctors, and there's nothing to cure this, nothing's gonna work. Oh, if it's bone against bone, it is what it is. But then when you find and you hear this information about this stuff where people have reversed the curse, it's music to my ears. The cure, of course, obviously, always is going to be prayer. But it has to be action behind that prayer as well. It's beautiful how it's natural remedies to kind of get back what was broken. If y'all have a testimony of this CMOS or kind of reversing the curse, I would love to hear this. I love hearing stuff about this. And it's crazy because at one point I didn't like to hear, I didn't care about this. Didn't even know that this side of the world existed. So watching these videos has truly helped and has truly caught my interest to
see what else you playing on.
Goes in the ground, and then the tree starts growing down before it starts growing up. Now, here's what's interesting. When the seed is under the ground, it's dark under the ground, it's damp, and it has resistance. The root system has resistance. It has to push through the dirt to go down further, right? Well, once it breaks through the earth growing up, there's no more resistance. And the part of the tree that's above the earth grows towards light and away from gravity. So the tree is growing in two directions at the same time. But if you're unwilling to go down, you cannot go up. That's just the nature of life. In nature, before anything can go up, it has to go down. What's really cool is all principles are microcosms of each other. So everything really just keeps proving everything else. Because truth is simple. It's lies that are complicated.
Here's a question. Would you let someone implant a microchip into your hand if you would receive $2,000 a month in return for getting a chip put in your hand? You heard me right. We'll give you universal basic income, basically. 2,000 euros, $2,000 a month. If you allow us to put a microchip in your hand, that's exactly what's about to happen as part of the rollout of the central bank digital currencies. It's a carrot for them to rope you into this mess. We'll get to that part of the story in a minute, the chip implantation process, not the corn chip, as Dan said in our chat, but a actual metallic tracking chip. But a new report just published this week by the Bank for International Settlements explains how our new
Bro, you got the Euphrates River already dried up. There's a demon under there. Yeah.
Also, we weren't the only ones predicting this. It was predicted in a little book. You might have heard of it, called the Bible, the Mark of the Beast. For one thing, this is how this new system would operate. According to them, the Bank for International Settlements, the new reserve currency, forget the dollar as you know it, basically. This will be the new reserve currency.
Damn, me and Tejas was just talking about that.
This will be used to settle all transactions. As everyone moves away from the US dollar right now, this seems like perfect timing to be.
Dollar bill ain't gonna be worth nothing.
Worth more than $2,000. Do not sell yourself getting this chip. Anything that they push out is not good. You're worth more than $2,000 a month. I just want you to know that, because my law says that we are far above rubies. We had Yahusha die for us, meaning he's seen something in us that we don't see in ourselves. For him to do all that, and then for you to just go ahead and just get a chip. I know.
Do you know that China controls the algorithm of what you see? Do you know this? If you're in America,
I was talking about this in the TikTok app.
And you open up TikTok, there is a specific algorithm to reach you that is not in China. If you're in China and you open up TikTok, what the Chinese government wants you to receive as youth, as people using TikTok, are people who are doing good things, achievements, youth making social enterprise, youth becoming successful in math competitions, youth becoming masters of karate, youth doing something with their life, and you are rewarded. That algorithm is that the Chinese government makes you see positive things for social development. Did you know here and in the United States, China, send you a different algorithm? Do you know what they send you? All the nonsense that you see. They want you to see girls dancing, boys and girls dancing with each other, pranks upon your parents, pranks upon people. How many pranks do you see? Yeah, I'm not saying it's not funny. Some of them are downright hilarious. But if you want to destroy a nation, destroy a generation, you make them in their mind be rewarded with the dopamine for thinking stupid things are good. Thinking
Right.
that this is what you're supposed to do.
Bro, this is everything I talk about, man.
Thinking that this is what life is about.
What up, little cuz?
In China, they don't let their children think that. Next time you open up TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and you see this, understand that you are being played.
I'm with him for what he said. But
I'm with him
we're also going to
100%.
take accountability too. We're not just going to point the finger. Y'all know how that quote goes. You point when you got three pointing back at you. I actually don't like that quote, by the way. I really can't stand it. Maybe I have stuff I need to work on because I don't like that quote. Sometimes your feed is your feed because of what you have put interest to. Meaning, my algorithm of videos is not going to be the same to somebody next to me, my sister, my brother. You want to know why? Because we like certain stuff. Social media is all about how you use it. So, for example, on my feed, I have a lot of different things. And I might have funny videos here from time to time. But that's not all my feed. I have informative stuff. I have motivation stuff. I have biblical stuff. I have
Everybody
how to
do.
stuff, cooking stuff, because that
We
is the
all do.
Suntan lotion, which blocks the UV light, and we look at the benefits of UV, and we see UV light activates vitamin D. You don't need synthetic, non-absorbing vitamin D supplements. Also helps with lowering blood pressure. Also helps the heart, the arteries, and cholesterol. It also assists in weight loss, which is a $1 trillion industry. Helps with skin conditions and other diseases. And then it also helps to boost melatonin levels so that you can sleep better. T20 is when everything pretty much changed. They started changing every single thing. They started removing certain parts of the history. They started rewriting the history. 1920s is about that time. Educational system started changing everything. Rockefeller educational system. So if you find books, you want to find books before 1920s. Because if you don't find books before 1920s, you're usually being told a bunch of nonsense. And you look at a lot of the free energy books too, and everything related to the ether. That's before 1920s. The ether was removed from the periodic table after 1908. Every book you look into talks about ether and terrestrial magnetism and all of these things. 1908, that was removed off the periodic table.
And that was removed so that people would not believe in the ether. They would think it's woo-woo. They would think it's pseudoscience. Those are all terms of the Rockefeller educational system. Coming up with terms to debunk the truth and debunk what we were once connected to. Then when you get rid of ether, you get rid of everything related to the fifth element and the quantum. You get rid of all of that. And then you make up a whole new narrative and you remove all that so that when you can't explain something, you just say, I don't know what it is.
NASA recently discovered something called X points around Earth and also around the sun. These are naturally occurring portals that open and close every single day all around the outside of our planet. The Themis satellite system discovered these portals a few years back, analyzing and watching them. Some of them create direct pathways to the sun and even to other planets in our solar system. So these are called X points. They exist all around the outside of our planet. They're where magnetic diffusion points hit and cross, like our magnetic fields hit and cross. In some way, combining that crossing of electromagnetic fields with charged particles from the sun opens up a portal. So portals naturally can occur in nature. You don't have to make them artificially. So that's pretty interesting.
They say that the moon has no atmosphere. Then how is the American flag planted on the surface of the moon fluttering when there is no presence of air? If we actually did go to the moon, the flag wouldn't be fluttering mid-air. When you have atmosphere, things can float. As you can see, the astronauts, when they jump, they land back because of the presence of excess atmosphere, allowing them to float. And this is further proved by the vacuum experiment. When they create a vacuum and they drop a ball and a feather, both of them land instantaneously at the same time. So why is it that the astronauts are not landing immediately? This is because there is atmosphere present, and it is not the moon. It is just the surface of the Earth.
One of the primary fish that people like to eat is salmon.
That's gonna be crazy.
Did you know that? They take this
Hey, I'm about to create my own portal, bro. Go to sleep, little cuz. You gotta go to school tomorrow. You told me, cuz it's Sunday. You gotta go to Sunday school.
They started eating the natural salmon. Now you can look this up like this. I'm not making this up. It's not a video. It's like it really happened. So a lot of the fish you'll see today, you'll notice like when fishermen are catching fish now, they're going inside of their mouth, pulling things out. Those are parasites. They're pulling parasites out of the fish mouth. That, and then the third thing I'll tell you is that because the waters are so polluted in the ocean today, but if you do the specific research and say genetically modified salmon, you're gonna see the brand. You know, if you do the research and say mercury in fish, you're gonna see that mercury is very prominent in fish today.
Tell you, they had us so blinded by this. They made it seem like breakfast was the most healthiest, was the most important meal of the day, when that wasn't the case. They did this to push the meat sales, pork in particular, because we all know when it comes to breakfast, you're gonna think of your eggs, you're gonna think of your bacon or sausage, waffles, pancakes, toast, whatever, but it was to push the meat sales, aka pork. Because their pork wasn't selling. Edward Bernays came up with this plan to get doctors to basically sign up and approve it and to push it out. Oh, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. We should have known when the doctors was pushing something out. That's when we should have caught on. But we did. It's okay. Look, you live and you learn, so now we know. All the stuff that they've been lying to us about. It's
some conspiracy videos from the internet, little cuz.
We all know that breakfast, it's breaking your fast. There's no point of breaking your fast with all these sugars and processed meals and processed meat and stuff for breakfast. You messed up the fast. At this point, you might as well should have not fasted. Breakfast is originally the breaking of the fast. All this sugary and processed and pork, it wasn't a thing. It really was just an agenda to get
Everybody be saying that.
pushed out so that pork can sell.
There is electromagnetic energy in that pyramid between 260
I like Gaia.
meter wavelengths.
Gaia is a good a good thing to study. My TSD stuff, y'all know I like him too. He remembers past lives too.
ET parents are Zeta, so they're gray,
And, of course I have.
Why don't you have a big head and huge eyes?
Yeah, so my physical DNA is, human, which is once again this mix, this hybridizing. We're an experiment. We're a hybrid experiment. But my soul is very much so connected to the Zetas and the Galactic Federation.
Now, you were telling me before the program that you just had a baby.
Yes, I did.
Is it a human baby?
Yes, he is. However, I did tell my galactic family that if he wanted to show up looking a little bit more alien, that would be okay too.
People who are starseeds, are they hybrids?
So humans who are starseeds, they definitely have higher amounts of extraterrestrial DNA within them. But once again, it comes down to their soul being more extraterrestrial than their physical body.
Bro.
Purpose.
You know what a cyborg is, right?
Yeah.
Part human, part machine.
You ain't go live yet,
Are they
cuz?
making some of those?
Not really. They're really focused on.
I ain't even been over there, so I gotta come over there to show you.
How many people could be starseeds and they don't even know it?
A lot. I think there are so many starseeds on this planet who have no idea who they are and why they're here, which does lead to a lot of mental health and anxiety and depression.
I'm sorry. I was off because the comment threw me off. Somebody in the comment section said, "Who does she get her weed from?" Asking for a friend. And it's always like, is this a joke? She literally sounded like she was on something. But it's funny that she's saying the Zeta and what they're here for and what they do and aliens among us. It's just crazy how Hastan is taking what Yahuwah is doing to his people, and Hastan is taking it and he's
I don't even know them names she's speaking on. Hastan and Yahuwah, all that stuff. I ain't with all that.
Saudi Arabia. Execution.
Dang, they don't play no games.
Ancient China. If they were caught in the act, the men were able to kill them without facing punishment by law. Ancient Japan. Men were able to tie the woman up to a tree, and they all would, her face, and the amount of it would drown the woman.
Dang!
Afghanistan.
Hold up. So they are all. I forgot it's only my little cuz. All right, cuz I can't say that.
They are
Bruh.
Ancient Europe. Their hair was shaved off.
We were too young to understand. No, she didn't. Gotta get a magnifying glass. Okay, what are you doing?
The other cat gave her a big old diamond. Bro, they showing us how you paying bills after day. Look at all these daggone, bro, the contracts he signed it. And he in the put. That is crazy. Bruh, pull up in that Maybach.
If she hopped in this, whatever this is, she not worth it. She want too much. She's actually making me mad.
Bruh, and he smashed the smug. Broke dudes don't get no love, bruh.
This man and drunk himself.
Catnip.
He milk drunk. Somebody said whole childhood we were getting put on game, but we were too young to realize what was going on. They said not Tom becoming a milkaholic. The materialism I'm trying to tell you doesn't mean anything. Looks don't even mean anything. I remember the conversation I had with my mom and my dad, and I remember they had asked me at a young age. I was in elementary, I remember. They were like, would you go for somebody that's nice or would you go for somebody that looks nice? I said, I'm going to go for somebody that looks nice. They said that answer is going to change when you get older. I did not understand what they meant until I got older. So what I'm trying to say is that keep instilling this stuff into your children at an early age. It may not make sense to them, but it will. There have been so many, I guess you can say, nice faces that you see, but their heart and their soul is a quote I love is don't be eye candy, be soul food. Because it's a lot of people that look nice, but it's not a lot of people that.
Because you want to play Roblox? No, because all you want to play is the fighting game. You want to try to whoop on me. If you play, we got to go play 3008, bruh.
I'm not going to say watching,
We playing 3008. But you got to wait till I'm done streaming. Let me see, 78 minutes. All right, this video long. I'm about to end this video.
How they look then, and I'm looking at how they look now, and when I tell you, all I'm saying is that the flesh, it doesn't stay like this forever. Even with the build, like some people don't look how they used to look back then. They may have put on weight. They may be a little wrinkly. Like basically, they're aging. What works for me and what has been passed down from my people.
Slave owners, after spending all night torturing, murdering, and kidnapping their loved ones, would greet them at sunrise with, "Did you have a good morning?" That was their way of mocking us because they knew
All right, I'm done.
that we had just spent all night.
All right, y'all. I'm about to end this stream because it's too long now. It probably won't post. I'm going to try to save it to post, but it's going to take me a minute to post it. So as soon as I end this one, I'm coming back with a bunch of more videos because you can rejoin, but I ain't about to jump on Roblox just yet. So rejoin. If you don't rejoin, I'll see you again. Love you, little cuz.